In the previous video, we had discussed about inductive effect. An inductive effect takes place, it's a permanent effect, and it's in a saturated hydrocarbon, or rather a saturated chain. Electromeric, on the other hand, is a temporary effect. And it happens when two atoms are joined by multiple bonds. So here, let's take the example of a carbonyl group. Okay, now when there is another substance Z minus, let's assume it has a negative charge. So in the presence of this reagent, first of all, we know oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. So obviously there will be a positive partial negative charge on oxygen and a partial positive charge on carbon. What happens is this Z will attack the carbon atom and the electrons of the double bond will shift to the oxygen, and this leads to the formation of this particular compound. Excuse me. So in this effect, electromeric effect is in the presence of another reagent, and the electrons of the double bond are shifting to one of the atoms which is bound by that double bond. So what happens is the presence of a negatively charged reagent made sure that the electrons of this double bond move towards the oxygen and the negative reagent bound to the carbon atom. And this phenomenon of movement of electrons from one atom to the other of a multiple bond is called as electromeric effect. And like inductive effect, there are two effects, plus E effect and minus E effect. So plus E and minus E effect. So I will write the reactions for each of these, and then we will discuss as to what is the difference between the two, that is plus E and minus E. So here you have an alkene, so it has two carbon atoms. Let's assume H plus is the attacking reagent. So what happens is, for H plus to attack this, what will happen is, first of all, electrons are going to shift to one of the carbon atoms, and it is then going to be bound to the hydrogen, and this will lead to the formation of a positive charge on a oxygen and a CH group over here. Whereas in minus E effect, you have a carbonyl group, and then you have a Cn minus. So it is going to attack the oxygen because of a partial positive charge on the oxygen, sorry, carbon, because of the partial positive charge. And then here you have a H, and the oxygen is going to have a negative charge. Oh, sorry, a Cn. I'm so sorry. And oxygen is going to have a negative charge. Now, the difference between these two is the fact that the movement of electrons. In this case, the movement of electrons was towards the atom to which the attacking reagent was attached to. So electrons moved to this carbon, only because of that was this hydrogen be able to bond to the carbon atom. On the other hand, here the electrons are shifted to the atom to which the reagent is not binding to, basically the other atom. So that is the main difference between plus E effect and minus E effect. In case of plus E effect, the electrons move towards the atom to which the incoming reagent is getting attached to. Whereas in case of minus E effect, the electrons move towards the atom to which the reagent is not getting attached to. So electromeric effect is basically the phenomenon of movement of electrons towards one of the atoms which form the double bond, and this is in presence of a reagent, so it is not a permanent effect but it's a temporary effect. So suppose before all of this takes place, we introduce it and then we immediately remove the reagent, then the things will go back to normal. So electromeric effect, Like inductive, it also has a plus C and minus C effect. In case of plus C effect, the electrons are transferred to the atom to which the reagent is getting attached. In case of minus C, it is getting attached to the, electrons move to the atom towards which the double bond has not gotten attached. Move towards the electrons move towards the atom to which the reagent is not getting attached to. In the next video, we will be talking about resonance or mesomeric effect. Do check it out.